WWE may have to cut ties with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon for one real-life reason, says veteran. While Triple H currently leads the creative process in WWE as the chief content officer, his wife, Stephanie McMahon, has made several appearances lately, including at WrestleMania 41. A wrestling veteran recently suggested the company could cut ties with the game and the billion-dollar princess for a significant reason. On a recent episode of the Coach and Bro Show, former WWE head writer Vince Russo and ex-interim Raw general manager Jonathan Coachman discussed Triple H's future. They predicted that The Rock and TKO plan to remove the game from the Stamford-based company, speculating that the chief content officer and the final boss do not get along. Meanwhile, Russo pointed out that there is another reason that is often overlooked, which could lead TKO to cut ties with the chief content officer and his wife. The former head writer mentioned that Vince McMahon, Triple H's father-in-law, still faces multiple lawsuits. He claimed the company would want to end all relationships with the game and Stephanie if the former chairman was found guilty or other legal issues related to him came to the surface. We're not taking this into consideration. Guys, if TKO and owners and management, if they know of any stink or stank that may be coming down the pike concerning Vince McMahon, do we want anybody in the company that's associated to him as closely as Triple H and Stephanie? Or do we want to totally clear the deck if we know something is about to come down the pike pertaining to Vince McMahon? Russo said. The 64-year-old stated that people would always think of Vince McMahon whenever they see Triple H or Stephanie due to their family relationship. These are the things you have to look at, because as long as Triple H is around, as long as we see Stephanie, you're thinking Vince. That's Vince McMahon's son-in-law. That's Vince McMahon's daughter. If Vince is ever found guilty and a lot more stuff comes out, you really want a McMahon associated with your company. Triple H mentioned Vince McMahon in his WWE Hall of Fame speech. Although everyone seems to avoid mentioning Vince McMahon's name in WWE at the current time, Triple H broke that apparent rule in his Hall of Fame speech. The game thanked his father-in-law for contributing to his legendary career. He also expressed his love for the former chairman. On the WrestleMania 41 post-show, the game explained his decision to mention McMahon in his speech as he talked to Sportskeeda Wrestling's Bill Apter. Triple H was not the only one who recently voiced his love for Vince McMahon. The newly crowned undisputed WWE champion John Cena also did the same in an interview with the New York Times nearly a week ago. Ahmed Hamdi is an Egyptian journalist with a decade of experience in sports journalism, specializing in pro wrestling and football. Hamdi kicked off his career as a sports reporter for Al Aram Weekly. He then became a producer/reporter for Mal Masr TV program on the Egyptian channel on TV. In the following years, Hamdi worked as a reporter for several international news outlets, including Deutsche Welle Germany, As Safer Lebanon, and Al Monitor USA. In 2014, Hamdi joined leading Egyptian newspaper Al Masri Al Yawm, where he is now a senior sports editor. In addition to all that, the Egyptian also worked as a sports editor for Sport 360 and feature writer for Mansour.com. Hamdi has covered several sports events throughout the past few years, including WWE's tour in Egypt and the 2019 African Cup of Nations. The experienced journalist joined Sportskeeda's pro wrestling feature writers team in early 2021. Since then, his work has managed to get millions of reads.